My favorite local place to visit for creative inspiration is the walking path in front of my house. I live on Shaker and it's right out my front door, and you can walk for a good couple of miles. It's just a beautiful, beautiful park right in the middle of the city.
The water. I spend a lot of time on Lake Erie, and that's where I find I can do my best thinking.
Hey, I work at Kent State, and so I'm around 42,000 students constantly, and they are the most creative people on earth. And so a real creative place is to go and sit in the student union and to hear the conversation going on and to hear their dreams and aspirations. I find that very creative.
Oh, my favorite local place, believe it or not, is a restaurant. Some people pick an art museum or something like that. This restaurant, you have to go there, Tomo Sushi and Hibachi. When you go in there, it gets your creative juices going because it transforms you to a different world. And when you go inside, it's like you're not in Cleveland anymore. You're somewhere else totally different.
I'm inside so much with work that if I have the opportunity to be outside and just taking a long walk in the metro parks, and you're kind of away from reality and noise, and just taking a walk with my daughter or my dog and kind of escaping, that's my favorite thing to do.
My favorite local place for inspiration is probably where Eaton was built. I like to sit up there on the hill and look down and see the skyline for the city of Cleveland, and it gives me just a lot of inspiration to continue to do more with the city.
Cleveland is blessed with a bounty of parks and open spaces, and I love to frequent the Cleveland Metro Parks, Hinckley Reservation. I take long walks there, and I also love to bike on the towpath, and that's really where I'm able to reflect on the work that I do in the individuals with disabilities' lives that I'm privileged to touch.
My favorite local place to visit for creative inspiration is definitely Huntington Beach. We go early in the morning, my dog and I. We run through the woods, we go to the beach, and there I find it very peaceful. It's a very spiritual spot for me as well. I'm very grateful for this moment in time, and I can regroup for an effective day.
My favorite local place to visit for creative inspiration has to be the lake. I love the lake.
Inner Bliss Yoga Studio. I find it's a place where I can clear my mind, and it helps me be creatively inspired in all aspects of my life.
Life is, to me, this is an overused word, but it's about transformation. I'm always thinking about how you change, how you keep growing, and how you even make businesses go from good to great. So I'm always looking for inspiration around transformation. And this, I love what's going on in Cleveland right now. Being a Clevelander on and off for many, many years of my life, I love that we're going through this transformation.
I love visiting Shooters. I love the lake and seeing the sunsets and sitting out there. I enjoy that, yeah.
Well, Cleveland has a number of wonderful places, but I'd have to put at the top of the list the Rockefeller Greenhouse. Has beautiful smells, beautiful sights, and gorgeous milieu and atmosphere.
The Cleveland Museum of Arts. So I just moved here about 4 years ago, and there's a lot to do in Cleveland. But that's the place I chose to join and actually become a member, because on any given day there's something wonderful to see.